Alright, so we're driving through the neighborhood onto the way to the lake to get to my fishing spot. It's the same spot I fished Friday with the overcast conditions. I'm going to be fishing the bridge again. Today, it's easily the warmest day of the year. So I'm hoping that warmed the water a little bit. So I'm going to try and fish some square bills, some moving baits, maybe a ChatterBait, possibly a jerkbait, a swim bait. If those aren't producing, I'm going to be tossing a jig back underneath that bridge again. I always seem to be able to catch a fish, doing that. So hopefully I'll be able to land a fish today for you guys. So stay tuned and I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so as you can see, I'm back at the bridge that I was fishing on Friday when we had the overcast conditions and everything. It's a beautiful day outside. It's easily the warmest day of the year. It's 80 degrees out. The wind's blowing, decently. I'd say probably 10-mile-an-hour winds, maybe a little more. It's blowing the wind right in underneath this bridge, which usually is pretty good conditions to catch some fish. So I'm going to start out with this jig from the mystery tackle box. This is what I caught those fish on Friday. So I'm going to try this for a little bit. Hopefully I can, catch something decent. But I'm going to end up switching probably to a swim jig and probably a square bill. I'm going to toss a chatterbait a little bit. I'm hoping that these are, good conditions or better conditions for moving baits. But I wanted to, try the jig first and eliminate that. So give it a shot and see what we can do. Just reeling it in after that backlash, and he got it while I was swimming it. So maybe a swim jig will be the way to go. Stay down. Barely, wasn't hooked very well. That's a good fish. We got our photo ops. Let's weigh it. See what comes in. Wonder if this is that same 3-pounder I caught the other day. .86. A little bit smaller. Still nice healthy fish. So we're gonna let her go. There she goes. All right. So the last fish I caught while I was actually swimming this jig back, so I'm gonna try this jig again for a little bit, maybe 5 more casts, and if I don't get anything, I'm going to switch to a swim jig. Alright, I'm going to tie on swim jig. Alright, we got the swim jig tied on now. I haven't trimmed this one, but this is the 6th Sense swim bait. I'll give this a shot. Oh, this doesn't seem to be working, so let's try something else. Oh, try some ChatterBait. I think I was stuck on something. Got one. First cast with the ChatterBait. How about that? There's another chunker. This is a decent one. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh yeah. Look at that. Nice big old fat bass. Make sure I was recording. Let's get a weight on this one. I'm betting she's around 4. At 4.21. I don't know if you guys see that. 425. 425. Another really, really nice fish. Alright. Let me get a picture with her. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Very happy. Alright, let's let her go. Alright, there you go. And she's off. Beautiful fish. First cast with that ChatterBait. Oh, that's not a good cast. And that one was on this that new Jackhammer and that red height color, and then I got that Z-Man Shad Z or something trailer on there. That's the first fish I actually caught on this thing. And Another one. I can't see how big it is there. Oh, it's just a little one. There, fish on here. Just a little guy, but they're all fun to catch, so let's get him back in the water. Bye. Go fertilize those eggs for us. Ooh, no. Got hung up on a weed. But that's a good reason not to just jerk and set the hook like you're fishing a jig with the chatterbait. Is if you do get hung up on a weed like that and you pull sideways, when it comes free, there's a good chance there's the fish there. He might just chomp it. That's also a reason why I use my cranking rod for chatterbaits. It's a medium power, moderate action, and I like the parabolic action the tip gives me, so that when I do get hung up on a weed and I rip off, it doesn't rip super fast. It kind of gradually takes off, like accelerating in a car. And it gives the bass a little bit more chance to grab that bait if he decides to eat it. I know a lot of guys like to throw them on glass rods, but I'm not going to buy a chatterbait specific rod. I don't fish it often enough. So fishing it on this rod will suit my needs just fine. Oh, there's another one. Oh, just a little guy. Come here, bud. Oh, that one wasn't in there very good, but just another little bass on that jackhammer. So far I'm pretty excited with this chatterbait, although the fish sizes have been going down since the first one I caught. But this lake also doesn't hold a bunch of giant fish. So I'm headed home now from the lake. All in all, we had a pretty successful day. I think I fished for about an hour. I was able to catch 4 fish. The first one came on a jig, but I noticed that it bit the jig as soon as I started to swim it back. So I switched up to a swim jig. I didn't have any success on the swim jig, so I decided to go to a chatterbait to get a little bit more action out of my bait, a little bit more, thump. Give the bass something to find. And the second I switched to that chatterbait, I was able to catch 2 fish right away. Then I didn't have a bite for a while, tried to square bill, didn't get anything, put the chatterbait back on, and I was able to get another fish. So It seems like the fish are starting to stage and get ready to spawn. Yesterday I even saw a fish on a bed. So to me this is pretty good, exciting news. I've been waiting for this since, you know, the ice on the water last year. So stay tuned for more videos. Hopefully I'll be able to get some more big fish catches for you guys. I hope you enjoy the video, and remember to like and subscribe, hit the notification button, and thanks again for watching.